right, I think we are ready. I think. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Tonight is my free online card class, and we are going to be, I am going to be featuring a new stamp set called Saying Hey. Hi, Michelle. Glad you could join us. Anybody who knows me, I use this word a lot. And it has some really great greetings that go with it. I just received this a little bit ago, so I thought I was going to feature this. This is found, now what did I do with my catalog? It's at the front of your catalog on page, let me see here, page 24, down here at the bottom. Okay, so that's where that one is. We're going to make 3 cards tonight, and I promise they're going to be easy. We're going to do the messy one first, and I'm going to feature in the Grove bundle. This is a scene building stamp, and I have most of the stamps already pulled out. It does have coordinating dies. We're not going to be using the dies tonight. So let's get our parts and pieces and get started. Now, I just buried my Stamparatus, so I should dig that back out because we're going to need it. Quickly going to go through the measurements. Our card base is basic beige. That's the new beige color. 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have 2 pieces of basic white, 5 1/4 by 4, one for the inside, one for the outside. I have basic black, 3 3/4 by 4, and I have basic beige, 3.5 by 3 3/4. So we're going to put a piece of this on the inside, so we have a nice place to write our greeting. Just like so. And then we're going to set that aside for a minute. We are going to bring in our basic white piece, and hi Tracy, hi Jackie, glad you guys could join us. On this piece, I am going to stamp the hey greeting at the bottom. Now, this hey greeting has a little dot after it. Okay, I'm going to attempt, now I said attempt, to not stamp the dot. I don't know if I will be successful, but I'm going to try. So I need to have a piece of paper, post-it note, something to cover over that dot while I ink it. And I know those stamps are a little distracting on the front, and that's a little crooked, but that's okay. Let's see if it's going to line up again. Yep, it will. We just know it's a homemade card if it's a little bit crooked, right? Or it has a little ink spot. And it's way crooked, so that means we get to flip it and do it again. And maybe this time we can do it straight. All right, let's take these stamps off and start again. And I'm going to place my stamp, pick it up, now let's get that post-it note again and give this another try. And we'll just stamp that twice so it's nice and crisp. And we were much more successful that time. All right, we will set that aside. And we will grab our piece of basic beige. And we're going to do some stamping on here. This is where we are going to create our scene using In the Grove. Now, I'm going to stamp this one twice. So, I'm going to go something like that for my first one. And I'm going to use gray granite. I have another card that I'll show you once I get this one done that I've done before the video. And I did it in Pebbled Path, and I thought it was too dark. So I'm switching it up. And this one may be way too light. They're pretty light. So what I'm going to do is I am going to move this down a rung. That's not even going to work. I'm going to take this stamp off and move it around a little bit, overlap it a little bit. And we'll try it with this again. See if we can get these ones darker, because mountains would be fainter in the distance, right? Okay, I'm liking that better. All right, let's take that stamp off, and then we're going to bring in the meadow. And we're going to stamp this a couple of times as well. Only this time, I'm going to use Old Olive. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I'm going to move this down. I might have to stamp this one 3 times. Yeah, I'm going to have to. So let's just pull this off and plop it in the middle. Actually, I like that. Gives it a variegated effect because I didn't add any ink to it. I'm just going to leave it just like that. And then we are going to grab a block, I think, this time. And the tree images. And I'm going to go with Mossy Meadow. And I'm just going to randomly stamp these. Now, you see the shadows I got there? Not cool. Let me clean this stamp. And we'll see if we can cover those shadows up by stamping more trees. All right, let's try this again. Okay, I'm going to stamp some more trees right there. That solved that problem. Well, good gravy. Did you ever have one of those days, ladies? You didn't know you were getting a comedy show tonight, did you? I just did the same thing. And I think it's because I just re-inked this pad. I think that's what's causing this. It's very, very juicy. And I've put a spoon on here and pushed the ink down, but I'm still getting halos. So I would say that I've put too much ink on my pad. All right, I'm going to clean it completely again before I stamp any more. Could be from rocking, Jackie. If I did rock, I didn't realize it, but I think it's from the pad. Because as I'm inking the pad, even, you see I'm getting the halos here. And I'm going right straight up and right straight down. On the pad. All right. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I kind of like that, just as it is. I filled in those shadows, maybe one more. I'm tempting fate here, but I'd like to fill in where you can see that halo. See, straight up, straight down, and I still got it. Okay, I'm perfectly happy with that. I've successfully got rid of all those halos, so I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. Okay, now I got to clean up my mess because I've stamped all over this. So we'll clean this up. Oops. And put this away. Maybe. Clean this stamp up. And put it with the rest. All right, now we're going to bring this back in. And we are going to layer that on a piece of basic black. And see how that black just makes that pop? I'm really liking this new beige. I didn't think I would, but I'm really liking it. And I like this set because not only is it a scene builder, but it's great for the guys, eh? Nature sets always are. Most guys don't go for florals much. Oops, come on, straighten out. There we go. All right. Now we just need to put this on the front of our card. Yes, it's very, very dense, because I stamped it so many times trying to cover up my oopsies. All right. There is our scene. And I like that gray granite on the beige. Now, I am just going to find an eraser because I've got a little bit of glue flecks here and there that I'd like to clean up. And I'll show you the one that I did earlier. This one I tried to, remember the period that was after the hay? This one I tried to make it into an exclamation mark, and it was not successful. As you can see, it looks funny, but that's okay. These ones, the trees, I didn't have any shadows, so I went across. And this one I used the pebbled path for the mountains, and I find that a little bit dark. I'm kind of liking this one. Now, the only other thing that I did on the other one is I took a sponge, and what did I do with my ink pad? Smoky slate. I took smoky slate ink, and I just kind of dappled it a little over the mountains, just to give a little wee bit more color. Oh, somebody's at my door. Hubby will have to take care of that because we're busy. All right. There we go. We have a salesman at the door. Now, because this is for a guy, I am going to use black dots. Sorry about that. Stand outside my door and scream at the top of their lungs. And I'm going to take some black dots, and I'm just going to do a little bit of embellishing. Right here. All right, that, my friends, is card number 1, and that was using Saying Hey and In the Grove. All right, we're going to switch things up a bit, and we're going to do something a little more bright and colorful, and we're going to use Saying Hey. And I'm going to pair it with Racing By. Another great set for guys. I just think this is so cute. Haven't even used this one yet, so this is a first. We're just going to play it by ear and see what we can do. I have chosen Blueberry Bushel, 8.5 by 5.5. And I have 2 pieces of white, One is 3 3/4 by 5. One is that's for the inside, and this piece is the new, what's it called? Hang on, I'm still not up on all these names yet. It is, there it is, wood textured 12 by 12 specialty paper, down in the corner on page 100. Super easy to miss, and it is wood textured. So we are going to add this to the inside to start with, just to tuck it out of the way. And then we are going to put this stuff aside, and we are going to add some color. I'm going to grab a blending brush, if I can reach it, and we have to decide what color. I'm thinking I'm going to go with pecan pie. The good news is if I do not like it, I can cover it with early espresso, but I'm going to try it with pecan pie. And I'm using a very light touch. And I guess a little bit of a firmer touch may be the answer. This way you can make your wood grain whatever color you want it to be. All right, what do you think of that? Very pretty. I love the texture, and it pairs so nice with the blue. Now we could go darker. We could add some espresso around the edges if we wanted to. Let's just play. I'm just going to add different tones of light and dark. See what that looks like. I think that even looks better. Just mix it up a little bit. What do you think? So that was early espresso. All right, we're going to go with that. And that looks nice with the blue too, but it just makes it pop a little bit more, I think. So we are going to put this on the front panel of our cart. And like I said, this one is 3 3/4 by 5 because I wanted to have that blue border to be quite prominent. All right, now I have this little piece of paper, and we're going to do some stamping. First off, we're going to stamp our car. And whenever you're using photopolymer, make sure you set the stamp down and pick up the stamp, or it'll be wonky. We don't want a wonky car. All right. We will stamp this down. And now we have some tires. So I'm going to use the black again. I'll stamp this a few times just to get the stamp seasoned. Holy, I got the shakes, man. Whoops. That didn't work well. Wonder if I can fix that. Yep, we were successful. All right, now let's do this car. And I think I'm going to do that in a bright red. Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade. So let's pick this up. Get it well inked. And see if I can get my head in the camera. Not bad for a first try. Alright, that one's going to stain because I used red, but that's okay. It's going to work just fine. Now, in here there is a little checkered flag. I would like to do a couple of those, I think. Just did what I told you not to do. I put the stamp on the block. All right, let's get this one seasoned a little bit. Such a sleepy day today. I don't like when it rains. Makes me sleepy. All right, we're going to go with that. And now I need to grab some snips. There they are. And what I'm going to do is just quickly fussy cut around these. When I came home from work today, I could so easily have climbed into my pajamas and gone to bed. That's just the kind of day it was for me. But we didn't, and now here we are. So that's a good thing. I know, it makes me so sleepy when it's a rainy day. All right, let's see if I can get this car cut out. I'm trying to go quickly because I know you guys don't need to watch me fussy cut. But unfortunately, there's no dies for this set. It's a pretty simple image to cut out. While I'm cutting this out, I should mention that tomorrow is Wednesday, and tomorrow will be day 3 of my retired stamp sale. So I'm going to have a whole lot more goodies tomorrow night at 6:30. Please tell your creative friends, invite them to come join us. All right, there we go. There's our bits and pieces. Now, I need a post for my, like a pole for my flag. So I'm just going to cut a little sliver off this piece of black scrap, and that is going to be my flag posts. All right, let's grab a mat and let's put these together. Well, hello, Melanie. Glad you could join. All right. This is a little crooked, so I'm going to trim it down a bit on one end. There we go. All right, so let's grab some dimensionals and see what kind of... Oh, I didn't stamp my greeting. Heavens to Bitsy. Let's grab another piece of scrap white. I've got lots right here. And I'm going to stamp that hey greeting again. If I can find it. I put it here somewhere. There it is. All right. And I think I'm going to do this in the Poppy Parade. Change it up. Make sure there's no residual black left on there. Just give that a minute to absorb. All right, I'm happy with that. And once again, I'm going to fussy cut this so that we can apply this right on the textured paper. I'm really liking that textured paper. Wait till you see the first card I made with the paper. I bet you're going to be shocked. Because, of course, I had to do something outside the normal realm of things. And I could have taken a little more time and gone up between the letters, but I didn't. All right, now we get to put this together. And I think I'm going to do it this way. And I think I'm going to have these 2 flags. Oh, I did that one wrong. Wonder if I can peel that off. Yes, I can. And add some more glue. I want my flags going in opposite directions. Like so. Not a whole lot of room that way, is there? Let's try this way. There we go. That'll work. All right, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back here. And we'll start off by placing our greeting. And then we'll do our car. There we go. And I think I'm going to glue these flat. Melanie, it's not very often we get to see you on a Tuesday night. Oh, good thing that glue dries clear because I've got way too much on here. And by popping that car up, it allowed me to put these flags in behind. There we go. And now on the inside of the card, I'm not going to do it tonight, but I'm just going to leave it blank because this is a really good guy card. And by leaving it blank, I can put any greeting that I want on it. So if I would need a birthday card or whatever. And I'm just going to take some of these black dots. Maybe it's stuck to my finger. And spread these around. Oh. Well, it's starting to rain again here. Well, that one came off its backing. There we go. There is our textured wood grain paper, inked with a blending brush, the Racing By stamp set, and the Saying Hey stamp set. Now, I told you that I was going to show you another card using this background paper that I did earlier. And this is the one I did earlier. I love this card. I absolutely love how this turned out. It is same white paper, and I inked it with Pool Party. And then this is the new Spotlight on Nature bundle. Still use the Hey greeting. And on the inside I put Happy Birthday. And these fabulous dies, oh my gosh, you've got to see these dies. There are, I don't know how many. Oops, these ones are stuck to here. These dies, there are, it says on here somewhere in tiny, tiny print, 12 different dies. Now, I originally had cut this one. This is, there are 3 of each. I had originally cut this and I was going to put this on here, but it was just too big. It took up too much space. So I'm going to save that and use that for something else. But these dies are fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Love them, love them, love them. And that is Spotlight on Nature for this card. All right, let me clean this up and we'll get into our third and final card. And it is the easiest of the bunch. All right, this one is going to be bright and bold and beautiful. Now, let me grab my mini and let me grab our final stamp set. It is the Sketched Butterflies bundle. Beautiful stamp and die set. And I am going to be using this die tonight. And we're going to make some pink. Berry burst, I guess you would call this. Not pink. Butterflies to go on our card. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. And these are so pretty. And yes, they're connected, but they're not going to stay connected, I don't think. Get this out of the way. Check my comments again here. All right, you guys are nice and quiet. No silly antics going on out there tonight. Everybody's sleepy like me, probably. At least it's supposed to warm up. That's a good thing. I found it very cold today. All right, there's all our little bits out of there. That's pretty. All right, clean up this mess and we will get started. This one, I am going to add that basic black right to the front of the berry burst. Like so. And it looks like I cut this a little uneven, so I need a paper trimmer. I'll just take a little sliver off of there. And of course I did it unevenly. I think maybe paper snips are going to be the answer for right here. There we go. All right, so we have our card base started. And I didn't put my basic white on the inside yet. We'll do that. Like so. And now we have to work on the outside. I think I'm going to use the Stamparatus again. And we will first off, clean this stamp really well. Squeaky clean. Jackie, you're funny. I have your rapt attention. All right. There we go. See a little bit of pink transfer there. Guess I didn't clean it very well, huh? Now I'm going to just step down one. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stay in the same spot, but just down one stair step. And then we're going to step down one more. All right, I'm happy with that. Now let's get this off here before I get ink on it where I don't want it. And we will clean that up after the fact. Now, I think I might leave these ones connected. What do you think? I think I might. Or I could cut them apart and put ribbon too. Well, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, let's cut them apart. Once you see that sparkly ribbon, right, you just gotta cut them apart. And they're pretty easy to cut apart. I made another card that I'm going to show you. And I cut them apart there as well. All right, let's make sure these guys are going in the right direction, Carol. I went something like that. I could put ribbon down here at the bottom. Yup, let's do it. And I think what I'm going to do is grab some tear and tape and put piece on each side, leaving me room so that I can put a knot in the middle. If I can get it off my fingers. Something to this effect. All right. Let's peel this back. Peel this back and add our ribbon. Hopefully straight. Nope, crooked. Good news is I can try again. Now we'll peel these backing and just wrap it around. And now we can glue this to the front of our card. I always like to put some right on the ribbon. See how that pops? Pretty, pretty. All right, let's take a piece of this ribbon and slide it down in that gap. Maybe. There we go. And I'm just going to make a little knot. And we'll trim our tails. And we'll have some sparkly goodness down here. Now, let's get some butterflies on. So I kind of cheated and showed you a whole bunch of different new product tonight instead of just one or two. I just thought it's better that you can see a little bit of it than just one item, right? So tonight I did things a little bit differently. And our final butterfly, oops, had a gush. There we go. Oops, stuck to my finger. All right, now we need some rhinestones. Let me find my rhinestones. Or maybe not. Oh, I bet you I know where they are. They are in a box packed for the trailer. I know they are. I know they are. Let me see if I have any more that aren't opened. Wow, I can't believe it. All right, bear with me just a second. There they are. I just had to go digging in the box. Because we have all this pretty silvery trim, I want to make sure that we're using rhinestones. And for this, it's going to be on the butterflies. I'm going to put a large one and a small one on each of the big butterflies. And then I'm just going to put a big one on there. There we go. That is, whoops, our card. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to bring in another one to show you what I did earlier. This one I did in the same, it's the same size papers. I just pulled it all down to this corner instead of layering it all the way around. And this one I just offset a little bit this way each time. Black butterflies and yellow gems. Those are the glossy dots. So that's those two. That's those two. Let's slide it over here. And then we have those two. All using the same greeting set, and I just changed up the sets I used with each one. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked some of the products that you saw. I have orders going in each Tuesday. If you have any questions, please message me, call me, ask them. And I hope you can join me tomorrow night. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.